Hey everyone, Blake LaGrange here from mastering.com, and I've teamed up with Axis Analog to give you this brief tutorial on how to use the SSL Fusion. And before we do that, I'm going to play a little bit of audio just for a point of reference, and we'll be using it to help explain what this compressor does. So it's a drum track, a stereo drum track that we have here. Let's go from left to right on this compressor. So left we have how much input we input into the compressor. And then right down here we have a high pass filter. So we can get rid of some sub frequencies if we want, between 30 and 50, which we can demonstrate here. So that's that section right there. And then this right here, we have a vintage drive. So this adds amazing character to your mix. Check it out. So a lot of harmonic saturation there. This is particularly good, this drive, and especially this density knob, if you want to get more volume without technically getting more volume. So you're getting more RMS levels, basically. So fantastic for perceived loudness. And then we can move to the EQ here, which is high and low EQ. Let's just play a little bit here. We have, basically think of these as shelves. So we have 30 hertz, 50 hertz, 70, and then 90, we can select them here. And then the high end, we have 8K, 12K, 16, and 20, and we can just turn them simply up or down. Let's take, say, 70, for example. Bring it back. Let's take 8K. So an incredibly subtle EQ. Now we also have a special compressor here that only compresses at a certain crossover. So you can select anywhere from 3K to 20K, and anything above that, it will compress very, very subtly. Check it out. This helps if you want to boost some high end here. And then compress it later. So what's great about this is the EQ is here first and then it comes to the compressor. So you can do a lot of brightening up here and then you can compress later on over here. And it really is just a nice subtle effect. Now, stereo image, this is also very interesting. Check this out. Widens the low end and the high end as well. Very cool. And the last bit on this is just here's the output, so you can really control the volume with in and out right over here. And then this section right here is used mainly for truly analog circuitry if you want to reroute audio. But primarily this insert, it does a lot of cool mid-side things, but you won't be using that for this process with Axis Analog. Now this is something interesting. It just adds a little bit of low end saturation and a little bit of phase shifting on the high end. It's very very difficult to hear the difference. But it's just one of those things where you use it for, if it sounds good, if it works, great. If it doesn't, don't use it. But let's just kind of dial this in a little bit more and see what we can get. That's the original signal, and then brought in. So pretty impressive sounding stuff. And now you can use this with the analog matrix with Access Analog.